God's will versus Satan's will. So this video really came from a comment that I got before about how anything that's not God's will is Satan's will. And it's like, I mean, you could say that's true, but I'm gonna tell you why that's technically not true. Satan's will actually is God's will. Like in the book of Job, right? When Satan literally enacted his will upon Job's life, God let him do that, so it's still God's will. God let Satan exist. God let Satan come to the earth and, with his 1/3 demons and roll over and stuff like that. Like you're literally in Satan's kingdom right now based upon what God let Satan do. So if we're gonna be real, a lot of things are actually Satan's will. Like a lot of things are actually Satan's or the will of the devil, but God just lets it happen, and then we're choosing to follow the devil. You know what I'm saying, bro? So this video is really just about how inside life, right? When things go bad, right? You can't just always blame the devil, cause God lets bad things happen. But you can't blame God either, cause the reason why bad things are allowed to happen is because it's your choice whether or not you choose to be divine or not divine. Job could have chose to, you feel me, just hate God and stuff like that, which he might have chose to start hating God. He might have chose to start blaming God and stuff like that. You feel me? But you can either choose to like blame everything or take action and control what's inside your life. Cause I mean, there's ways to fight spiritual warfare, and Job probably should have learned how to fight spiritual warfare. But even besides that, right? That's kind of unbiblical for me to say. You feel me? What I should say is pretty much just the fact that you have a choice inside your life whether to be a good person or a bad person, to react negatively or positively. You know what I'm saying, bro? And it's like, when bad things happen, bro, it's not about, oh, it's the devil or it's God. Because whether it's the devil or it's God, shoot, it's probably both of them. You know what I'm saying? And the point is not who is causing it, but more important is why it's happening. Why is this happening? And how can I stop it from happening? Like what's the lesson to be learned here? Like how can I move forward? How can I protect myself? These kinds of things. Because God could have let it happen, or Satan could have let it happen, or it could have been both. And it's like at the end of the day, you need to just decide how you want to move forward from that. How do you want to take action inside the future based upon what just happened to you? That's what's really important. So God's will for Satan's will is not even an argument that we should really be having, and it's not even important to differentiate the two. Because at the end of the day, when Satan enacts his will, God allows it. It's up to us to choose God, to follow God, to use God to stop Satan from ruling our lives. Because at the end of the day, it's like we're allowed to be tempted. All this stuff is allowed to happen. What stops it is when you use your free will to align with God and stay aligned with God. Because when that happens, even when Satan's will does play out, you know exactly how to work with it because you have the Holy Spirit. So if Satan does something, you're like, okay, Satan did this. I just got to do this quick fix. Bang. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the power of the Holy Spirit, the power of God. And it's like, bro, nothing can affect you anymore. So understand that when it comes to Satan's will versus God's will, they low key the same. Because God lets Satan act. You know? Just use your free will to align with God. And when Satan doesn't act his will, it'll be okay. Because you're strong with the Holy Spirit. You know how to move forward with the Holy Spirit. Because at the end of the day, when Satan enacted, God still let it happen. So therefore, God will also give you the freaking solution. If God lets Satan enact inside your life, God will give you the solution to fight Satan also. Just turn towards God, though. You got to do that. And I'm not sure if Job did that or not, but the more and more you turn to God with faith, I promise you, you can handle things way more. And I'm pretty sure that Job did get everything back at the end. So, like, yeah, I could be wrong because I literally heard several versions, and I don't know why I'm hearing several versions when there's only one version. Like, obviously, there's different versions of the Bible, but there should be only one version of the freaking story. So now I gotta study the Book of Job with inside my Patreon. Go check it out, $10. You feel what I'm saying? A Sorry John exclusive.